Hello guys, welcome back to the Free Hammers, the last episode in this mini-series, the review of the season. I've done all the players now. The last thing to do is the two managers that have taken part in West Ham this year. This is going to be fun. Until then, guys, let's get on with it. Hello guys, the last one. I've not worn the same shirt for 5 days. All these videos are filmed on the same day, basically. So, but I've spread them out to give us more stuff. I don't want to flood you with content all on the same day. It's nice to give you time to watch the video, have a little comment on it, have a little think about it. I've enjoyed making them. It's nice, to put a video out once a day. So let's do it. Last video of this series. Manuel Pellegrini. Audrey Roberts, who he is. What can we say? What can we say about this guy? Lives by his transfer decisions. In Roberto, stubborn with him. It's a shame. There's obviously a good manager in there somewhere, and I think he was trying to turn us into an attacking team. Definitely sacrificed the defence at times. Spent a lot of money on players that didn't hit the ground running. Even though I think Fornals had a great season, I think he needed to be protected. And imagine if we would have signed Souček, for example, in the summer. How different the midfield would have been, how different a season we may have had. Haller too exposed at times. I don't think he was the actual player he thought he was signing. I think he thought he was signing like a new sort of Drogba sort of player, and it wasn't the case. Sticking with people like Carlos Sanchez as well at times wasn't the right idea. The fullbacks was an area that should have been desperately looked at in the summer. Like I say, that box-to-box midfielder that we didn't sign, and we only managed, give Moyes credit to him, see that as an area we did need to develop and look at. No one could have predicted that Felipe Anderson was going to be as bad as he was this year. And maybe if we would have kept Grady would have been in there to step in when Felipe was off the boil. I think the biggest thing that will stick with Pellegrini is the stubbornness to have kept Roberto in goal for as long as he did. And I think if it would have gone on for another couple of games, that could have made a difference. Now, where we sit now, safe in terms of would we have stayed up? If it would have gone on for another couple of games, it was right. It was the right time to go for him. Was given the money. We can say what we want about the board, and I'm not a board lover at all. I'm very much a board out person, but he was given money. He was given the backing. It just wasn't the right signings. I think that is what it comes down to in the end. I really do. And for me, Pellegrini gets a 5 out of 10. Just run out of ideas. Didn't look interested towards the end. And then this man, Messiah. Who he is. David Moyes. Didn't want him to come back. Was very flated. Word. When he come back. I was one straight away that if he's coming in, we have to get behind him. No wrong. My mentality was, I'm very worried. I think we might go down. We didn't have at the time. Last time with Moisey, we had Arnie, who is a top player to get us out of this. And that is what I was looking at. The results didn't come straight away either. Some very flat performances, setting up to not lose rather than setting up to win. Frustrating. Listen, I don't want Moyes to foul, and I never did whole season, and I totally, I've been playing on the same drum as people like Ryan Archer and people like that. If you're wanting a manager to foul, that means you want West Ham to lose, which why would you ever want that? I want David Moyes to win 38 games out of 38 games and win the league. That means we're a successful club, and I hope he's given a good chance next year. Credit to the man, though. He has kept us up a second time, even harder this time, in my opinion, with the lockdown. Not knowing whether it's going to come back or not, and all the no fans, whether was it going to be positive for us, was it going to be negative for us? 2 fantastic signings in the January transfer window. Souček on loan, as I said in midfield video, was an area we needed. Straight away, as soon as he came in that first game, you could see he had legs. He was a threat. The pressure off Declan a lot. And then Bowen as well, dynamic, tricky, quality as well. Obviously only end up with a 1 goal. I think if we wouldn't have gone into lockdown, I think you might have seen Bowen get some more goals, because I think he would have went on from that game that he got the goal. Had a little bit of a run. Obviously, breakdown didn't happen, and he's just a little bit unlucky not to get another goal. I think he, towards the end, finally found what his 11 was and what his sort of philosophy going to be going forward. He very when he first came, I think he was still going on what he remembered from last time. He was starting Lanzini, Masuaku at left back. Sort of thinking, oh yeah, they were good for me last time. Then I think he started to realise, actually Fornals, there's a bit of a player in there. And he played about with Ngakia, obviously, and then Johnson. He's not afraid to throw a youngster in there. And he was left Haller out a lot of the time, and rightly so in the end. Antonio did get the goals. Likes Championship player. I like the fact that he's going to go and scout them himself. He's not just going to rely on Sullivan and his agents. And and there's news about that Sullivan is going to be very proactive in terms of making the transfers for him. Where there's no director of football again. So the fact that Moyes will say, "Okay, David, thanks for the name. I'm going to go and watch him a couple of times first," gives me a little bit more positivity, should I say. He's not going to have a lot of money. It's going to be hard for him again. What would he have done with an £80 million transfer kitty that Pellegrini had last year? I don't know. The players we linked with, the Ezis, the Ben Ramas, etc. Probably would have been important, and could have gone out and buy them very easily, It's going to be even harder if he doesn't keep Declan Rice as well. So going forward, he's going to have a big challenge next year as well, at least for another year. Let's hope, again, I'm not accepting mediocrity, but I don't be too disillusioned that it possibly could be another relegation fight next year. Probably will survive a bit earlier than this year. It won't be down to like the last 2 games. Maybe it'll be done in 8 games left or whatever. I don't expect it to be some worldly of a season. And I think anything above that will be positive going forward, purely on the fact that we haven't got a lot of money. If Declan stays, then maybe I might change my opinion a little bit. But I'm digressing a little bit. I'm going a bit off tangent here. But for me, David Moyes came in, he did what he had to do. Whether you liked it or not, the way he played, etc. The tactical. Again, this is not his team. Remember that. And Bowen and Souček come, we started to see that. For doing his job, keeping the club I love in the Premier League, I have to give the man a good 7 out of 10. I really do. There's tactical things that are wrong there with him. I think he's a big enough man to see it. I think there's if he's going to reflect on it himself, he'll probably say, okay, right, I do need to start using subs. Game management needs to be improved slightly. You know, the ability to change the game when things are not going right, or when things are going right and you want to consolidate that. And there's definitely an area that David needs to work on. That's it for this series, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. Goalkeepers, defenders, midfielders, and forwards, and managers to finish off the show. Next hope is that I'm going to do some videos on players that we're linked with, you know, like a sort of mini scouting report, what I can find online and what, you know, the scouts say about these players, you know, to give you guys some insight into some of these players that we are linked with, and hopefully we can sign some of them. Until then, guys, come on, you eyes, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Done.